Okay, here is a technical article on learning rate and learning effect. I would like everyone to see this technical article where it gives us some brief history of the learning curve. And then there are a couple of examples, and I'm mainly interested in this particular example. There is another one also, but I think we have done actually enough questions on that kind of question. So it says Pico operates standard costing system. The standard labor time per the batch for its newest product was estimated to be 200 hours, and the resource allocation and cost data were prepared on this basis. The actual number of batches produced during the first 6 months and the actual time taken to produce them is shown below, right? So this is the time and the batches produced in June, the incremental number of batches produced each month. So in June, we produced one batch, July 1, August 2 batches, September 4, October 8, and November 16. Okay. And now the incremental labor time taken to produce the batches, that's also given to us. Now, if you see here in June, we produced one batch and the time taken is 200. For July, we produced another one and the incremental time taken is 152. So what does that mean? On top of that 200, we spent another 152 hours to produce the second batch, right? The incremental time. August, we produced two more and the incremental time is 267.52. Similarly, September, October, and November are given to us. And then it says calculate the monthly learning rate that arose during the period, identify when the learning period ended, and briefly discuss the implication of this for the code. Now, this is the question. If you see part A, it can be done in many ways. We actually have done it using different approaches. Calculate the monthly learning rate, right? I think the easiest among all of them was this formula that I gave you, that average time is equal to the time taken by the first batch or first unit multiplied by the learning rate raised to the power the number of time it is doubling up, right? So basically that's the easiest way to find the learning rate. But anyways, let's see what they have done. So we have this question, and now what they have done here in the solution, right? This area is basically taken from the question, if you see, right? That's exactly from the question, incremental number of batches, incremental total time that's given to us, right? Then we have to calculate the cumulative number of batches. So in June, we just produced one. In July, we have one more, so we have two. In August, we have two more, so we have four in total. In September, we have four more, so eight in total. October, eight more, so 16 in total. November, 16 more, so 32 in total, right? The cumulative total time to produce the first one is, of course, 200. For the second one is 200 plus 152, so it's 352, right? And then we have 352 plus 267, which is 619.52. So 352 plus 267 is this, and this plus this is this, right? So we have the total, the cumulative total time, right? Now the cumulative average time, this 200 is for one unit, one cumulative number of batches, right? So the average time is 200. This is for two units, so this divided by two will give you this, right? In the same way, we actually have the cumulative average time, right? Now, once we have this, it's very easy for us to calculate the learning rate, right? You can see that from 200, the time reduced to 176. So 176 divided by 200 will give you 88%. 154.88 divided by 176 again is giving you 88%. 136.29 divided by 154.88 again, it's 88%. But over here, you can see the learning has stopped, right? The cumulative average time taken by all of them after September from October onward, you see it's 136.29 from October the learning has stopped, right? Now, this is one way of calculating this. If you want to calculate the learning rate using the formula, right, over here, you can do that as well, right? So for example, the average time over here is 176, and the number of time it is doubling up, you can see that it's 1. So the value of n is 1, right? So it's 176. The time to produce the first one is 200. Multiply by the learning rate raised to the power n. Remember, n is this time 1. This 176 divided by 200, that will be equal to the learning rate, right? Right, which is 88%. Similarly, if you want to take the other one, you see, let's say, for example, if you're taking this one, so the number of time it is doubling up will be 154.88. Okay, so the value of n will be 2. So 154.88 is equal to 200. That's A, multiplied by the learning rate raised to the power 2. It will be 154.88 divided by 200, learning rate raised to the power 2. So 154.88 divided by 200 will be this, and raised to the power 1 divided by 2, because you want to cancel the power 2 sign from both sides, which will give you again 88%, right? So you can do it like this also. I think that will be easier to do it in exam. Now, this is how you have calculated the learning rate, and the learning rate, of course, over here has stopped. Okay. If you see the second requirement, identify when the learning period ended and briefly discuss the implication of this. Now, you know that the learning period has actually ended here. And the implication is that from this point onward, when we will be budgeting, right, that will be actually our target time, right? So to produce one more unit, that's how much time we are going to spend on this, right? So it has been discussed in here also. The learning period ended at the end of September. This meant that from October onward, the time taken to produce each batch of the product was constant. Therefore, in the future, when PICO makes decision about allocating its resources and costing the product, it should be using these decisions on the same time taken, on the time taken to produce the 8th batch. And you can see here in October, you have the 8th batch, right? So this will be the time taken for the rest of the units that we'll be producing after this. Okay, so please give it a read. It's interesting. I believe that you have done, right, this example that is done in here, the second example, I think that we have done many questions on this. And we have done some question like this also in our notes. So yes, please give it a read. Thank you.